Is there any serious bleeding? Where is she bleeding from now?
In her chest, in the middle of her chest. She's bleeding in the middle of her chest.
Okay. Is she responding normally?
It's hard for her to breathe.
Later in that call, you hear the panicked crowd. Dispatchers are trying to walk the caller through steps to help the teenager and try to control the bleeding. After about 5 minutes, that call drops.
It's my belief today, given another loss of life of a young person, that it is time to utilize common sense solutions and keep our kids safe.
Atlanta Council member Keisha Waits says enough is enough, and she's once again calling on stricter citywide curfew for kids after Bre'Asia Powell was shot and killed last weekend while celebrating the end of the school year with friends.
We looked at 8 p.m., we looked at 9 p.m. Frankly, my position is simply this. We want to start a conversation about parental accountability. And at the end of the day, where is your kid? Do you know where your children are?
Right now, the curfew is 11 p.m. Waits tried to push through a new curfew before after several kids were shot near Atlantic Station over the Thanksgiving weekend. But the effort stalled when people voiced concerns about the constitutionality of the measure.
Parents. We already know it's a child that did. Parent, we got to take credibility for our kids, man, with these guns.
And when we spoke to Bre'Asia's mom last night, she made an emotional plea to the community.
Y'all passing these guns out, selling to these kids, and look what they doing. They pulling up, just shooting innocent anybody.
Hey, move. I got you. Driver's over. Hands. Hey, see you hold it. Paul. Get on the fucking. One more. I got it. Hey, it's one more.
Atlanta police have made 2 arrests in connection with the death of 16-year-old Bre'Asia Powell. Bre'Asia was shot and killed on May 28th at 3450 Benjamin E. Mays Drive, just outside Benjamin E. Mays High School. A 16-year-old boy was also shot but survived. In a statement at the time of the shooting, Atlanta Public Schools said the shooting happened at an unauthorized gathering at the school after a graduation party. Shortly after the shooting, a 16-year-old boy checked himself into the hospital with a gunshot wound. Police determined that it was from the same incident. His identity has not been released. A total of 3 suspects were identified, 2 of which are currently in Fulton County Jail. 18-year-old Jaquan Withers was arrested on June 16th and charged with felony murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. Withers was already in jail being held on unrelated charges when warrants in this case were served. 19-year-old Willie Dennis was arrested on June 22nd and charged with felony murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. Dennis was also wanted in Jackson County on a theft-related warrant. He was arrested as a part of Operation Heatwave, a coordinated crackdown on violent crime this summer. Both men have been denied bond and are both members of the PFK Plan for Keeps gang out of West Atlanta. Police say they are aware of other involved parties for this investigation and are requesting the assistance from community members to identify these additional suspects. Councilwoman Keisha Shawn Waits has been standing with the family following the tragedy.
And I spoke to her grandfather earlier today, who says they're just devastated by this loss.
My son got killed, my sister got killed, and now my grandbaby get killed.
Rodney Williams says words can't express the pain of losing his granddaughter, Bre'Asia Powell. She was just 16, shot while celebrating the start of summer with her friends over the weekend.
She had dreams in her eyes, and she used to always say, "Granddad, he ain't gonna do nothing, I'm gonna be the star," you know what I'm saying? So, and then next time I come up there looking for her, she out there playing volleyball. I said, "Let's go play basketball." She said, "Nah, I got to go to cheerleader practice," you know what I'm saying? I said, "When you gonna be through with that?" She said, "I don't know, 'cause I got to go up here and study," you know, and that was just my baby, you know what I'm saying? She wanted to do everything.
Everything included basketball and loving to make everyone smile. And Williams says the loss is especially tough for her mom and 5 siblings.
Every time you seen them, you always saw Little B and Bre'Asia together, so. And he was on a college visit for football at the time, so he came back in town too. And the oldest one, I think, took it to heart because he old enough to realize what just happened to him, his mama and his family. So, and my baby boy, I had to hold him like I almost a whole night trying to get him to calm down.
And as the family grieves their superstar, they're leaning on the community for support.
It's gonna be a long road. We're gonna need our friends and family to always come and hang around now.
Bre'Asia Powell was described Saturday as a light by her family and friends who came out to honor her brief but impactful time here on Earth.
No more homeroom because she's at home now.
Hundreds of people spent hours at Jackson Memorial Baptist Church celebrating the life cut short by gunfire last weekend.
It hurt so many of us because she really didn't do nothing to nobody. She was just a happy soul. So it hurt our feelings real bad because we was all close.
Community leaders, faith leaders, and some hip-hop stars also spoke to a sanctuary full of grief for the teenage girl who was celebrating with her friends at Mays High School at the time she was shot.
We're used to burying the elderly, not to see a beautiful 16-year-old vibrant superstar athlete, played tennis, organized sneaker ball. She was so productive.
Powell was involved in several activities and had big plans for her future. But City Councilwoman Andrea Boone says this latest killing of a young life in Atlanta should act as a clarion call for parents to take action.
Atlanta police releasing Friday a significant update.
Throughout the tireless investigation, 3 suspects were identified, 2 of which are currently in Fulton County Jail.
On June 16th, police charged 18-year-old Jaquan Withers with felony murder. He was already in jail on unrelated charges. Then on Thursday, during Operation Heat Wave, officers located 19-year-old Willie Dennis at a traffic stop who was wanted out of Jackson County for theft. They've also charged him with the murder of Bre'Asia.
I'm thrilled that we're making some progress in this case. It just unfortunately doesn't bring Bre'Asia back.
Councilwoman Keisha Shawn Waits has been standing with the family following this tragedy. She pushed even harder for a new curfew after Powell died.
We need tools and measures that protect our children.
Current resolution for anyone under the age of 16 not out past 9 p.m. during the week without an adult, and not out past 10 p.m. on Friday and Saturday without an adult.
Ultimately, we're hoping that there are no more loss of lives, whether there be children and or adults.